name is Brad Emmerich from Winona Grove High School, and this is my prep profile.
Brad, you're a multiple sport athlete here. How difficult is it to combine two different sports, especially at a larger school?
Well, it's fairly difficult to combine two different sports. I mean, both of the sports I play, baseball and football, are very different. But baseball is really intense and very focused, and we're very serious about football. And baseball's the same way, but it's a lot more laid back. So I mean, I really enjoy both aspects of the game, more laid back and more games, but at the same time, still very competitive. So it's.
I've been here on Friday nights. Friday night under the lights. There's something special about high school football on Friday nights, isn't there?
There definitely is. I mean, Friday nights, that's the nice thing about high school is we don't compete with any other college sports, NFL sports, and I mean, just running out with all the fans. And I mean, we've always had the great supportive fans. We've always had the faculty coming to our games. We've always had great support. And I mean, it's really nice to see just the whole community come to our games. So.
Yeah, your basketball coach is a little bit of a comedian on the PA too. You ever hear him up there when he's announcing partial scores and attendance and stuff like that? Or?
Yeah, I mean, at the same time when we're playing the game, we don't really hear, at least I don't personally hear much of the announcements, any of the fans.
You kind of get zoned right in.
You kind of get zoned right in, and I play at both sides of the ball, so I never really come off the field. So, I mean, I really don't hear anyone.
Now, have you played a winter sport?
I've never played a winter sport in high school. I used to play basketball in middle school. So my team, we got second place in our intramural basketball, but you know, it's something I really wish I could have done. It's one sport I really wish I could have played and would have stuck with. It's basketball. So.
Ever done CYO or anything like that?
No, I've never done that.
Okay. How'd you get your start? What's the first sport you remember, and who kind of got you going?
The first sport I actually played was t-ball. That was when I was 5 years old. And my dad got me into it. My dad was always a really big athlete, and he was always pushing me and always supportive, but always helping me in sports and helping me to get better. And so I started baseball, and then I played with East Madison because I grew up on the east side of Madison. So I played Little League there for a while, was on multiple teams, and then moved into high school. And then I started football when I was in 6th grade with our Pee Wee program, the same Pee Wee program that the high school runs. And that's how I got my start in football, and ever since I've just continued with that and been involved always with football in the winter and then the fall and then baseball in the spring. So.
Now you've gotten into some youth coaching too, haven't you? Since refereeing or
whatever.
Yep,
I've refereed basketball for 4 years for the Cottage Grove Rec Department. I've done everything from 2nd to 6th grade and different various times of the week. And I actually had 5 games last weekend. So that was 4th and 5th grade, and that was guys and girls. And I really enjoy it because since I'm not able to play basketball, I haven't played it. I'm not as talented as I wish I was and didn't put enough work in earlier. But I still like to instruct, and I still really feel like I understand the game well. So I love hanging out with the kids and helping them with basketball. So.
Have you done any work with like camps for baseball or football for school?
Yeah, with football, I've always helped out with the Silver Eagle camps. We have a 2-day camp in June and then a 3-day camp in July. And we're always in the morning. The high schoolers are in the morning, and then the middle schoolers are always in the afternoon. So I've helped out all 4 years with that too. And I thought it was nice to help, and I love being around the game. So.
Was there someone when you were growing up, when you were that age, that kind of influenced you, that played for the high school, that you kind of wanted to be, and now all of a sudden you're that person because you're here?
Well, I remember at least my sophomore year, Jason Payne was an athlete here, and I always looked up to him, and I always admired him. And then especially when I was a junior, Zach Zweifel, he won the Altoon Award last year, obviously a great receiver. He's playing at Duluth now. And I always looked up to him, and he really helped me out a lot. And I felt like he was a great role model, and he was very talented, but he was never cocky whatsoever. And I guess junior year, really looked up to him and really wanted to play like him.
You have a most inspirational teammate. You mentioned Matt Besh.
Yeah, Matt Besh has always been a positive teammate for me. He hasn't been there in baseball, but definitely in football, he's always someone to look up to. He's always someone that's positive, and he always picks you up if you're down, but also celebrates when you're up. So I've always felt like he has good speeches. He always tries to bring the team together. He doesn't exclude anyone. He's always very good. And then also Caleb Choate, I've had him in baseball. He was our quarterback, and he also was an infielder in baseball, a pitcher. And he's also been. Those are probably 2 of my closest teammates that I've worked with.
Nickname Iron Man?
Yeah. Junior year, I played both ways, and we have this Iron Man trophy, and it's for offensive and defensive starters. So people used to call me that all the time. So I guess it kind of stuck. And
well, you don't like leaving the field, right?
I don't like leaving the field. Yep.
For baseball, what do you like about baseball? Now we've had such great weather here for the start.
Yeah, thing I like about baseball is that it's really a mental game, and I love just like analyzing it. And I love just playing it and going up to bat. Some people say that it's slow paced or it's boring, but I really don't think that they understand the game well enough, because I feel like if you understand it, it's slow, it's relaxed, but at the same time it's very competitive. It's very intense too.
Do you have a favorite athlete? Oh, Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers, yeah. I don't know. I admire the way that he could stay behind Brett Favre for a couple years and come out and play, and I feel like he's humble at the same time, and love the Packers. So
there you go. Is there someone you wish you could meet, a person in history, an athlete, or somebody that you'd just like to be able to have a chat with?
I guess I mean a lot of people. Last night I was actually watching Michael Jordan's Hall of Fame induction speech, and just various people, and I mean I really like to talk to a lot of people and get different perspectives. I guess not totally one person, but Michael Jordan would be a nice person to talk to.
Definitely one. What a dream date. If you could go on a date with anybody, who would you pick?
Geez, I don't know. I mean, I don't really follow a lot of that too much, so.
Any clubs or activities for school besides the sports you really enjoyed doing here at Monona Grove?
Well, yeah, I'm involved in National Honor Society, and I have been for 2 years. And then another thing, I was involved in Spanish Club. And I went to Costa Rica last summer for 10 days, and that was a great experience. And we went around and learned the culture and spoke exclusively Spanish because no one there spoke a bit of English. So we had to work through a lot of tough situations and communication barriers that were interesting. So I've been involved in Spanish Club, National Honor Society, and then just various other groups.
Well, Costa Rica, you mentioned you traveled to all 50 states.
Have traveled to all 50 states.
How did that happen? Is it a family
yeah,
situation?
It's a family thing. My dad's always had a goal since we were young. My sister is 19 right now. She's roughly 18 months older than me. And it was my dad's goal to get me and my sister to all 50 states before we were 18. So before I was like 16 and a half. And we got to all of them, so we started doing road trips. We did road trips to Texas. We did one up to Maine, and it became almost like a pod. We tried to get 4 or 5 states at a time, and then we got to all 48, and our last 2 were Hawaii and Alaska. So been to there, and then I've been to 4 different countries. So
which countries?
Traveled a lot. Been to Costa Rica, touched base a little bit in Mexico, went to Canada, and then we stopped in the Bahamas on a cruise, and then United States, obviously. So.
Wow. So that's.
So I've traveled a lot. Yep.
So now that you've done that, is there another spot in the world you wish you could get to?
Well, I definitely want to try to go more out of the country now, and I want to go to Australia. I kind of want to go to Italy a little bit, and then I want to also revisit some of the places that we went to that I was a little young for. We went to the Grand Canyon, for example, and I'd like to revisit there and just I want to hike to the bottom, stay there at night, and come back up, and just a couple other outdoorsy things that I want to do. So.
Awesome. When you look back at your career and your time at Monona Grove, what are you going to remember the most about being here?
I guess the thing I'm going to remember the most is just the support we have, the coaches we have, the staff we have. I mean, they're very supportive. They're always there for us. It's really like a family. I mean, we're more than just a team, especially in football and baseball. It's just you feel like the coaches are always there for you, and they always have the good intentions. And I guess I'll just remember the team aspect, winning together, losing together, regardless that our team is always together, and just the locker room moments of us being together.
And future plans? You're going to go to Madison?
I'm going to go to Madison, and I hope to study their pharmacy or sports medicine. So excited about that. Going to be a Badger.
All right. Well, great. And I hope you have a great spring season.
Yep. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thanks.